Where is the right thing? The banner of righteousness flies in the wind, trailing on the edge of the field of vision, pulling shadows without being grasped firmly by anyone. Ethics begin to fade the moment they are carved in stone. Like a fleeting yet beautiful illusion, it crumbles into ripples if you try to touch it, but it certainly continues to illuminate. The righteousness is not a single point, but changes its form according to the whirl of time, or whispers, or cries, or is silenced. Those who listen to its voice listen to the silence, or step into their own shadows in the midst of the clamor. The path is like the light, which does not go straight but does not break, but is still there while turning. It is in the ambiguity that the core of existence blurs. Yes, beyond the trailing clouds. Beyond the layers and layers of haze, Michiyoshi sleeps, twisting together the patterns of light and shadow. Unspoken whispers seep through the folds of time, slipping through the mask of ethics and shimmering as faint omens. What does this suggestion look like? As a mirror of judgment, it exposes the truth, which is as elusive as the twining threads of a mirage, to the light of day without mercy. When the fog of doubt hovers behind what is considered righteousness, righteousness is a cradle of ontological reason that has yet to be defined. It is not a proposition, but something that moves around the boundary between right and wrong. Oaths eventually become conventions, and conventions eventually become institutions, but beyond them, the truth of morality certainly breathes. But do we have the courage to step beyond the fog? Can you scoop out a glimmer of light from the unnameable ambiguity? Those who are trailing behind the suggestion of morality, their steps are the proof of their reason. Shadows dissolve in the midday sky, streaks of light form a mesh and swing between the chasms of consciousness. The more one tries to catch it in the net of words, the more it is obscured by the fog of despair. Who will measure the scale of rightness? Reason on one side of the balance, emotion on the other. The slightest swing of the shifting weights judges a person's conduct. Some hold up the banner of fairness, and some hold benevolence in their hearts. But the banner is tossed in the wind, and the beat of the heart also beats to a fickle rhythm. Morality does not stand still, does not stay, does not take form, but is a phantom that circulates among men in flux. Suggestions become signs, and signs lead to paths. Not even the walker knows where the path will lead, just drifting around Ayoguchi, pursuing the form of correctness. Is it a straight line or a curve, a wave or a grain? Who can correctly define the shadow of justice that passes in the blink of an eye? A wavering fog covers the green shade of contemplation. Our ethics are as nebulous as the haze before dawn. The suggestion of morality is an unspoken premonition, like a spark that quietly dwells in the margins overlooked by reason. Sometimes it hides in the context of law, sometimes it blurs into the fist of the mob. It changes form like water and resonates as dully as iron. If morality is absolute, why do people stray from righteousness night after night? If morality is a quagmire, why does history want to talk about justice? Morality trails on the fringes of language, fluttering between the chasms of consciousness. Those who try to grasp it are soon caught in their own shadows. Therefore, morality is only a suggestion. Beyond the night mist, the truth that still has no name is faintly staring at us. It is sometimes like a cloud, clad in shapeless shadows and embracing the shimmer of a faint light. Like a projection of the inverted world, its suggestion becomes a ripple when touched and is destined to dissipate when uttered in words. Some see them as ripples of order, others hear them as whispers of chaos. We are just the breeze that trails there, sometimes against the wind, tracing the vague contours of morality. Righteousness swings at one end of the balance, and unrighteousness sinks at the other. But the pendulum reaches nowhere, and just keeps on drawing a silent trajectory. It is a mold or an invisible blade piercing the void. However, continuing to ask questions is the only guide. Drifting like a haze, the movement that seeks for an outline is the proof of morality. Light is accompanied by shadow, and justice is pregnant with ambiguity. Our ethics, like a curtain in the wind, cover the world without defining its form. By whose hand will the scales of judgment tip? Or does it exist to be tipped in the first place? A gust of wind blows. The clouds change in 1,000 different ways, and morality spreads like a ripple, breaking down its form. Those who hold the truth look at righteousness as it is swallowed by the torrent of time. Belief in justice is synonymous with doubt.